Easily one of the most entertaining series out of the three premier series in NASCAR. The NASCAR Xfinity series was obviously the most entertaining one and the most watched one, I'll be honest. Our champion in 2021 was Daniel Hemrick, who fittingly got his first ever win at the last race at Phoenix. Now with 2022 over the horizon, let's get on now with the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series Mega Entry List. Let's start off with Team Penske, and they have not announced a driver for the team. However, they did confirm they'll be doing a part-time basis depending on sponsorship. So currently, as of right now, the 22 car is driverless. Joe Gibbs Racing will be looking to get one of their drivers another championship to continue the success of last season. But with one less car, the team will shrink down from 4 to 3. The 18 car will be the new car with rotational drivers. The 2011 Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bayne will return to the series on a part-time basis with 7 races starting at Auto Club. Drew Dollar will do 4 races starting at Daytona. More drivers will be announced on a later date. Brandon Jones will return to the team in the 19 car, and Ty Gibbs, who did a fantastic job in his rookie season, getting 3 wins, will graduate to full-time Xfinity Series in the 54 car. Junior Motorsports will have a very similar lineup, but with a number change. Sam Mayer will take over the duty of the 1 car, replacing the retiring Mike Cornett. The veteran Justin Allgaier in the 7 car, Josh Berry in the 8 car full-time, and Owen Grayson in the 9 car full-time. For the 1 car with multiple drivers, which was originally the 8 car but has now been taken up by Berry, that means the 88 car will return to Junior Motorsports with Miguel Paludo taking some of the road courses and team owner Dale Earnhardt Jr. during the 1 race tradition at the first Martinsville race. I don't know if there's going to be more drivers going to be announced for the 88 car, but we just have to wait and see. Kaulig Racing has one of the most exciting driver lineups in the Xfinity Series. Landon Castle will join the team full-time in the 10 car to replace Jeb Burton. He is also the first driver to my knowledge to be paid in cryptocurrency thanks to Voyage Digital. Defending series champion Daniel Hemrick will replace Justin Haley in the 11 car, and AJ Allmendinger will return to the 16 car after a successful season. Richard Childress Racing will now have a new driver lineup with the expansion of 2 cars. 2020 Truck Series champion Sheldon Creed will pilot the 2 car and replace Mike Snyder, and Austin Hill will drive the returning 21 car. I'm incredibly excited to see how these 2 rookies go in the Xfinity Series on top equipment. Stewart Haas Racing will be changing anything from last season, keeping Riley Herbst and sponsor Monster Energy in another season, with the 98 also staying the same. The underdog of 2021, Jeremy Clements Racing, will be the exact same as the family-owned team, and Jeremy Clements' 51 car will hope to have another great season like in 2021, with First Pacific funding and All South Electric covering most of the sponsorship. Our Motorsports will expand into a 3-car operation with 3 full-time cars and drivers. Brent Moffat will return to the team after switching points from trucks for Xfinity last season in the 02 car. Alongside him, it will be Anthony Alfredo driving the 23 car after getting dropped by Front Row Motorsports in the Cup Series, and former Kaulig driver Jeb Burton as he'll be driving the new 27 car. RSS Racing will also expand to a 3-car team, with the new part-time car, which is the 28, which will be driven by the brother of Ryan Sieg, Kyle Sieg, who started his first Xfinity race at Dover last season, and Parker Reslaff will drive for 1 race. The 38 will also be driven by multiple drivers. CJ McLaughlin will drive most of it with 14 races. Once again, Parker Reslaff with 9 races, and more drivers will be announced on a later date. Team owner Ryan Sieg will continue to be full-time for the team in the 39 car. Possibly the team with the most drama during the offseason is Brandonville Motorsports. This little team has been in the middle of controversy due to the "Let's Go Brandon" meme when they won at Talladega. However, it got worse when the team announced that they have got a sponsorship for the season. The sponsor, LBGcoin.io, a meme cryptocurrency which is similar to the Dogecoin we saw a couple years ago. NASCAR firstly approved the paint scheme but immediately denied it when controversy started occurring. We will see if Brennan Brown and the 68 car will get sponsorship for the whole of the 2022 season. DGM Racing will have a 3-car operation, with Josh Bilicki driving the 36 car for 1 race at Daytona. Alex Abbey will race 17 races, and more drivers will be announced on a later date. LeBay will also be driving the 90 car for Daytona only. Mason Massey will be driving the 91 car with multiple drivers to be announced on a later date. And the 92 car will be driven by Kyle Weatherman, moving from Mike Harmon Racing to DGM Racing for 5 races with the team. Just like I said, more drivers will be announced on a later date. Martins Motorsports will be rebranded to Alpha Prime Racing, co-owned by Tommy John Martins and Cesar Baccarella. We'll have 2 full-time cars in 2022, and both will have multiple drivers. Drivers of the 44, including co-owners Tommy John Martins and Cesar Baccarella, the latter will be doing 3 races and the former doing 5. Rising star Roger Caruth with 4 races, Ryan Ellis with 7 races, Kaz Grala with 1 race, Josh Bullock with 6 races, and obviously more drivers will be announced on a later date. Also, I think Ryan Ellis will be doing a total of 8 races, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong. Andy Lally was supposed to do the road courses, but he decided to leave due to do other endeavors. Drivers of the new 45 car, including IndyCar driver Sage Karam with 12 to 16 races. Once again, Cesar Baccarella with only 1 race. Ryan Ellis also with 1 race. Kaz Grala with 3 races. And Howie DeStefano III with 6 races. More drivers to be announced on a later date. Sam Hunt Racing will continue to have multiple drivers in the 24 and 26 car. In the 24 car will be former JD Motorsports driver Jeffrey Earnhardt, only for Daytona. I don't know if more drivers. I don't know if more drivers are going to be announced on a later date. The 26 car, however, will be driven by former Truck Series driver for Nice Motorsports Ryan Truex, who will once again tackle the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Jeffrey Earnhardt will also do the same in the 26 car as well. KBM Truck Series drivers John Hunter will do 2 races at Las Vegas, 2 Las Vegas races, and Derek Griffith will also do some races as well. Big Machine Racing will now have a year under their belt, which goes for the same as their driver Jay Buford, who will be returning to the team and will compete in the season opener, unlike last year where he wasn't eligible. A team to look out for is Jordan Anderson Racing, as the team has gotten a technical alliance with Richard Childress Racing, and the driver of the 31 car is none other than Maya Snyder, formerly from RCR in 2021. This team might be our dark horse this season. JD Motorsports will now downscale to a 2-car team. Bailey Curry will return to the team after finishing off the 2021 season with them. He will be driving the 4 car, and Ryan Vargas will return to the team in the 6 car. Just like Jordan Anderson Racing, SS Green Light Racing will also have a technical alliance, but this time with Stewart Haas Racing, which means they'll be switching from Chevy to Ford for the 2022 season. The team will continue to have 2 cars in the team though. Joe Graf Jr. will return to the 07 car full-time, and the 08 will have multiple drivers. Cole Custer and Chase Briscoe will return to the series, racing for 4 and 1 race respectively, while David Saab will do the rest of the season with 28 races. BJ McLeod Motorsports will have an all-new driver lineup and 4 full-time cars, with the 5 car driven by Matt Mills. The all-new 55 car will be a rotation of drivers, with Nick Sanchez currently the only one confirmed to be driving that car. Josh Williams will jump ship from the DGM Racing to the CB8 car, and Stephen Parsons in the 99. Mike Harmon Racing will continue to have 2 cars and both part-time. The 47 car will be driven by Greg Golding as he moves on from Means Motorsports, while the 74 will be driven by Tim Vines, as both drivers will attempt to qualify for the season opener. MBM Motorsports or Motorsport Business Management will have 1 car in the team. JJ Lilly will race for the team at Daytona, and Timmy Hill will also drive for the team. Both will be running the 66 car. Means Motorsports will now have a rotation of drivers after Greg Golding left to join Mike Harmon Racing. Harrison Rhodes, not related to Ben Rhodes, will be competing for the team in the first 4 races of the season. Bassett Racing missed out on most of the season before making their debut at COTA with Austin Dillon. Owners Ronnie Bassett Jr. and Dylan Bassett will drive the 77 during the season. Let's see if they can make a good start for the season. Truck Series team Brian Bellers Racing tried to qualify for the Indy Road Course but couldn't qualify. This time in 2022, the team will try to qualify for Daytona with NASCAR's Sims Queen and Natalie Decker in a 33 Toyota car. Will Rogers will also do 2 races for the team as well. With all the 2021 teams done, let's now talk about the new teams who will be entering the series for the 2022 season. Firstly, Emerling Gase Motorsports, co-owned by Joey Gase and Patrick Emerling. This team will have 1 part-time and 1 full-time. The 35 will be the full-time car with multiple drivers. Joey Gase and Gase-Emerling will drive the car in select races, and Shane Lee will also join them as well, as he'll be racing at Daytona. The part-time will be the 53 car, which will be driven by Joey Gase as of right now. Just like I said, well, a couple times, both cars will be announcing drivers more and more in the future. A partnership between Gase-Emerling and Football Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith to create Gase-Emerling Motorsports, with Gase-Emerling behind the wheel of the 34 car Chevy. The team will run full-time. Ford using team Miles Thompson Racing is next, and you probably have never heard of this team, and I don't blame you. This team came out of nowhere, but it's also an ARCA team with driver Jason Miles, and as he will be competing in the Xfinity Series in a part-time schedule. We do not know what number he's going to be running there. And finally, another team you probably have never heard of is SQR Development. This team is owned by former Xfinity driver, well, Nationwide Series driver at the time, JC Stout, using Toyotas and the 87 car. We will have multiple drivers. Currently, only one driver has been confirmed to be driving for them, and that is former Truck Series driver Rafael Lassard will be returning to NASCAR. So that's really about it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.